Sun continues with Drew Blair.
The public perception is that the American suicide rate increases every year at this time. While some doctors say holiday depression is real, the theory that the holidays are a peak suicide season is up for debate. Joining me this morning is Dr. Michelle Miller. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Is holiday depression real? Are suicides up this time of year?
Well, there is, the depression as far as sadness at times. However, the suicide rate is not actually up at this time of year around the holidays.
Why do you think there's a misconception with that?
I think people automatically think that people who already maybe are depressed or sad or lonely, this time of the year would increase that. However, that doesn't actually play out. There are actually things that happen, other activities, contacts with family and or friends, and so there is somewhat more of a support, which a support network is key in helping those with depression.
So what time of year really is the downside?
The numbers actually show that spring and fall is where we see an increase in the suicide rates.
Do we have any indication why that's the case?
There are a lot of factors that vary, and it's not necessarily time of year that's a number one. And we look at more things such as gender, age ranges. Those are really better predictors.
So what are the best ways to stop this trend?
One of the things is to talk about it, and things we're like doing today, make people more aware, especially in those groups where that rate is high, with younger ages, 15 to 24, those over 65, that there is help out there available, and it is okay to talk to someone to get help and get that support. Support is number one.
Where should people go if they're feeling depressed and they want to reach out for help?
Number one thing is whoever you're closest to. If you have that one person that is that confidant, that friend, that's where to start. Of course, also, making that phone call, whether it's to maybe a pastor, minister, talk to a counselor, someone who can get you in the right direction and get you that help.
Is there anything family members and friends can look out for?
A change in behavior. Hopelessness really is a number one predictor. When you see someone that just doesn't seem to have any hope, and they've already got some risk factors, if you know they're suffering from depression, number one thing, sleep patterns, eating patterns, those are big indicators as well.
Okay, Dr. Miller, not an uplifting topic, but an important one. As you said, it's important to keep talking about this, so I appreciate you coming in and doing just that this morning. Well, still ahead on your only